Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is like my first video and I thought it would be fun to do a makeup tutorial for how I do my everyday makeup. Cause I get like asked by my friends sometimes like how I do it and stuff, and I thought it would be fun to do. So yeah, this is my everyday makeup tutorial, and if you enjoy it, it would be awesome if you could like the video or subscribe. Just whatever helps me. But yeah, on to the tutorial. Alright, so hi everyone. This is my makeup tutorial now, I guess. Here's me pushing, my bangs back. I thought it'd be easier to do a voiceover for this section instead of talking while doing my makeup, though I think in the future maybe I'll do some like talk with me while I do my makeup videos. But yeah, anyways, here is the NYX felt tip eyeliner pencil. It is the waterproof one, I'm pretty sure, and I like to start off by dragging out the eyeliner like underneath my eye. I've heard people call this puppy eyeliner before. I think it's a really cute term, but yeah, I like to do this sort of shape, and I like to connect it to the top of like my eyelid. Sorry if I say like a lot, it's just what I do. But anyways, I have hooded eyes, and so I find it easier to do this shape, like especially for thicker eyeliner, I feel like. And here's me going at it with the other eye. And also excuse the like faces I make during this video. I make some really interesting faces when I'm doing my makeup, because I'm just trying to make sure I see like every aspect. And I'm like staring into a mirror right now. But anyways, yeah, there's the like base of the eyeliner done, the outline. Just connecting it to my lashes. And yeah, awesome. I think it's even enough. And there I go, filling it in. I cut this part out just cause like I thought it would be useless to show me filling in both of the eyeliner sides, but I wanted to show that I use the felt tip eyeliner to fill in the bottom part that I drag out, and I actually go back in later on with eyeshadow too to make sure it's really covered, because nobody likes sticking the felt tip eyeliner in their eye. It's a lot easier to do with eyeshadow, but I like to just do that because I feel like it makes it extra like dark and bold with both the eyeshadow and the eyeliner. And I'm also going over the top of my eyelid a little bit just to make sure that the eyeliner is connected like around my eye. And here I am. This is Revlon palette. I don't know the name of it, and this thing is honestly like 10 years old, so it is most definitely expired, but I use the black out of it. And I'm just going in under my eyes to make sure that it's like dark enough, and also like I just like the look of it because it's kind of smoky, kind of not. I think it's pretty cute. But yeah, I also like to use the black as eyeshadow to blend the eyeliner into my eyelid a little bit more. Because I feel like leaving it like that does kind of look a little bit funny because it looks like a little unfinished, and I like just, to touch it up a little bit. I was supposed to do brown eyeshadow actually before I did my eyeliner, but I forgot, and I go in later and fix that. Here's me doing my brows, but I terribly mess up my brows. Oops. They look so bloxy. Hello, welcome back, 2016. But yeah, I can tell I'm looking at it all funny. And there I am grabbing the stuff to fix it. Just gonna take a Q-tip in micellar water. I really like the CereVe micellar water. I think it's like really hydrating and doesn't make my skin feel weird afterwards in any bit. Like, I feel like sometimes when it comes to makeup wipes or like other brands of micellar water, I feel like there's still like a tackiness to my skin. Going in with the e.l.f. Primer. I low-key forgot the like full name of it, but you know what, that's fine. I'm gonna have all the products linked in the description anyways if you guys wanted to go check it out. But also just keep in mind that the products I'm using in this are like pretty like old, and they're probably like disgusting. So anyways, here's me putting the primer on my face. I only do 2 small dots because I don't do any foundation, and I use the Cloud 9 Colorpop palette. I love this palette so much, and I use that shade for my nose contour. I like to go for a button nose type look to my nose, though I most definitely do not have a button nose. That's what contour is for, right? But anyways, I'm just going in and like creating that shape with the eyeshadow. I really like this eyeshadow for it. It's really nice and cool toned, and I have like more of like a cool toned face. And I honestly hate how recently makeup has become so orange. Like there's just so much orange pigment in it, and it's like rather annoying because like not everybody is bright orange, thank you. That's like, you know, makeup's about like, you know, being able to have all shades in there, and I just feel like the bright orange added to literally every shade is kind of like diminishing that. I really like this palette though because it's very cool toned. And I have L'Oreal Infallible. I believe this is the shade Porcelain. And I go under my eyes with it, just like cheekish area. And then right there, like between my eyebrows. And here's my setting spray. I think it's the Milani Make It Last. And I use this disgusting makeup sponge. Hello Kitty makeup sponge. And why did I place the setting spray right there, bruh? Okay, well, the setting spray being right there is gonna annoy me, but anyways, you know what? I'm going in and I'm just patting in all of the concealer that I put under my eyes, and just like making sure it's blend out. I have rosacea, which is like the really like pigmented like cheeks and stuff, which is like, I guess that's like just why I use concealer. I feel like it's better, and I feel like it covers the redness in my face a lot better. And yeah, I don't know why I honestly like don't really touch like my jaw or anything, like bottom of my face. I just feel like it's not really that much of an issue. So there I am blending it out a bit, and then I also blend down the little piece to also help further that like button nose contour, make my nose look all snatched when she is not snatched at all. Here I use the NYX Jumbo eyeliner in the shade White, and this thing is like almost dead. I think I can sharpen it though, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I use it on the tip of my nose, and I also use e.l.f. Loose setting powder. I'm almost out of it, as you can see here, so I use it a bit sparingly, but I just like to use it to bake my nose, and then I use it also to set everything else, like the concealer on my face. I don't know if you're supposed to do that with a sponge, but I do it with a sponge, and I find that it works just fine. So yeah, there I'm baking and just setting the stuff on my face. And after that, I go in with some eyeshadow. I use a mix of the shade that I used for contour plus this other cool tone brown shade. I really like this palette because the cool tones in it, I just think it's like so, you know, appealing. But anyways, here's me going in with the eyeshadow that I totally forgot to do at the beginning. My fault. But it honestly doesn't like change that much about it. Like I'm still blending it in and stuff, and there's still like the gradient between the black and the brown, and so it looks nice. And I'm going in with the darker of the shades underneath my eye. I find this one is also more pigmented than the other one, than like the one I used for my nose contour. I think this shade is a little more pigmented, and I go for it under my eyes. I'm not trying to create like a false eye bag look, because I literally just use concealer to kind of like, you know, stop like the eye bags. but I'm doing it to kind of like create more definition just around my eye in general. I think it looks nice. And here I am with a big brush, and I am just brushing off the excess powder on the rest of my face other than my nose, because that's still baking. And I go in with this little brush in the Cloud 9 palette, and I use the white in it to do my inner corners for the highlights and stuff. I think it's pretty cute. I know not everybody's a big fan of like big, like chunky highlighter. And I'm not like the biggest fan of it either, but also I just like find it so fun sometimes, and I really like doing it, like especially because this is my everyday makeup. I just find it to be like pretty cute and like drawing to the eye. So there I am blending it out. I blend it up into my crease, and I blend it down into like the bottom eyelid crease too. And here I am. I think this is a Revlon highlighter, but don't quote me on that. And I use it just for the areas that I just did. I use it on all of the areas that I use white. So the tip of my nose, and then the inner corners of my eyes. I also do it on the bridge of my nose, but I put stuff on the bridge of my nose to let it bake. So I really like the e.l.f. lip and cheek tints. I think they're really fun. I forgot what shade this is, but again, everything's going to be in the description, so you can check it out for yourself if you like happen to want any, or just like see what products I used exactly. I like this product. I think it adds like a nice little rosy feature to my face, especially to match my very pigmented cheeks. And here I use Maybelline Sky High mascara. I like this mascara, though whenever I'm doing lashes, I like to do a thin coat of it, because I'm not trying to like overwhelm my lashes with like a bunch of mascara and eyelashes, false lashes. So yeah, I'm just going in with like a thinner coat to make sure that my eyelashes blend in with the false lashes when I do put them on. But I do like this, what is it? Oh my god, I'm blanking. Mascara. I do like this mascara, and usually if I'm not wearing eyelashes, then I'll do like a few more coats of it to like make sure my eyelashes really pop. I think it's good at that. And I use this NYX lip liner. I literally spent forever looking for the name of it, what shade it is, but I could not find the shade. So you know what, that's for me when I upload the video and I'm putting the product list together. I'll figure that one out later. But yeah, I like to do this around my lips. I think it like makes them a bit more bolder. Though don't get me wrong, I think the lip tint by itself is also really gorgeous. I just like to do this, and I like to blend it out to like create a bit of like contrast, because I like to use brown on my eyes as well. So gotta keep like the brown like tied in somewhere. And here I am with lashes. I love these lashes. I got them off of Amazon. And I like to cut the last digit off of them, because I find it to be a lot easier to wear like that, but also fits my eyes a lot better. And I use this Duo eyelash glue. This is probably the best eyelash glue I've ever used. I've tried a bunch of different brands, but they've never worked for me, and this has just like been the only one that works for me, and it works really, really well too. Has like a pretty like strong grip. I'm not sponsored or anything, by the way. I'm just saying like I really like this product. And yeah, there I am setting it aside to dry, and I also like to add some on my like lash line. I find it helps a lot, though sometimes I also get it stuck in my lashes and it's annoying. But I find it helps a lot, especially when it comes to like the corners like poking up, because I feel like that happens with like my eyelashes all the time, and I feel like so many people also have issues with their lashes like poking up on either end, like either it's like the inner corner or the other end, like their lashes just poking up. And I feel like this just like really secures it, and honestly I've never had an issue like with that whenever I put eyelashes on, and I've also put them on my eyelids, you know. Here's me putting the lashes on. I like to do it from like an above angle, like I don't know how to describe it, but you can like see I like to start from above and kind of like place it on my lash line. I find it like is really cute and really helpful to do it that way because I feel like application's a lot easier, like it just kind of like sticks right on. But also like my eyelashes look a lot more like pointy and spiky and fun, and I think it's pretty cute. I think I say that a lot though about a lot of things. And here I am with the other lash, just trying to do the same thing. Though low-key, I can never get them to look the same. Like, I feel like one is always flat and the other one is always, like, super cute and spiky and up. Here I'm looking all funny, trying to put it on. There we go. Just, like, clamping it to make sure it stays on. And it's in the right spot that I want it to be, because sometimes I have to take off the eyelashes if I place them on wrong. And here I am with a big brush coming back in to just knock off the excess powder, the baking on my nose. Just make sure everything's all nice and clear. I'm going back in with that highlighter to do the bridge of my nose, to, you know, really get that cute button nose look. Everything looks all cute and sparkly, of course. And I'm touching back up everything else as well with that highlighter. And yeah, I'm finishing it off with some Milani Make It Last setting spray. If you guys know any better setting sprays, please let me know. It's not that I have like a grudge against this one, but I feel like I'm always running out of it. Maybe I just need to buy a bigger bottle, but I feel like already the small bottle is $10, so you know, if there's any better setting sprays out there on the market, that would be appreciated, because I feel like for $10, that like small thing, I feel like it doesn't make my makeup last, and it also drains pretty quickly. And here I am just taking my hair down. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess because of the bone things, but I have a small little straightener that I like to use to straighten out my hair. And yeah, awesome. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope my makeup tutorial was kind of helpful in some sorts. Here's the up close-ish so you can see. But yeah, I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.